In sleepy Mason, Ohio, life moves at a leisurely pace for 51 weeks of the year. But for 7 days in August, a festival of tennis descends on the Cincinnati suburb. It's day 2 of the Western and Southern Open, with a mix of first and second round matches to whet the appetite. Defending champion Roger Federer walked onto court for his first match since the Wimbledon final, against a man to whom he'd never dropped a set. From the off, it seemed Roberto Bautista Agut wouldn't be getting a sniff in his 4th meeting with the Swiss maestro either.
And Federer so good, that finishing phase.
Into the second set, and Federer was in full swing. Some sumptuous net play from the second seed electrified the centre court crowd.
Such good anticipation.
Yeah, how good was the feel on the first half volley?
With a break in hand, the match was beginning to seem a formality, Federer blowing off the cobwebs in style.
Oh, it's just phenomenal tennis yet again. Long it is, I think there'll be a challenge here. Federer's not looking convinced. Out it is, and that is Federer's 38th win here in Cincinnati of his career.
Out on court 3, Australia's Nick Kyrgios would be hoping to make the headlines for all the right reasons as he took on French 12th seed Richard Gasquet. But it was the Wimbledon semi-finalist who was making inroads, taking the first set comfortably.
First set goes the way of Richard Gasquet.
The second followed suit, and an out-of-sorts Kyrgios was being put to the sword by the French number 2. Gasquet showed no signs of rustiness in his first match since that run in SW19, completing the rout for the loss of just 3 games.
That'll do very nicely. The man who made the Wimbledon semi-finals just 5 weeks ago takes care of Nick Kyrgios this week.
There was a meeting of friends, compatriots and occasional doubles partners on centre as big serving Americans John Isner and Sam Querrey battled it out. It was the lower ranked Querrey with the upper hand in set 1. Having had match points saved on the Isner serve, Querrey needed a tie-break to get this done in straights. The US number 3 sent the country's top player packing to set up a second round date with Tommy Robredo. 9th seed Milos Raonic opened his Cincinnati account against tricky Spaniard Feliciano Lopez. In an incredibly tight first set, Lopez was making the luck required to forge ahead in the tie-break.
Oh, how delicate.
The balance tipped even further in Lopez's favour. A break up, the Spaniard had the scalp in his sights.
Oh, well done. Good hands to pluck that one from behind him.
And the win was confirmed moments later. Not a happy hard-court season for Raonic. 2 first-round exits in as many weeks for the Canadian.
This time, it's Feli Lopez who gets the better of Milos Raonic.
US Open champion Marin Cilic came through his second-round tie with Souza. It wasn't all plain sailing for the Croat. Coming from a breakdown in the opener, he made it past the Portuguese number 1, 6-4, 6-2. A tussle of 2 Thomases awaited the evening session crowd on grandstand court. It was 6th seed Burdick that won through over Brazilian number 1 Bellucci, the Czech wasting little time with a straight sets victory. Last week's champion in Canada, Andy Murray, has arrived in town. He gets his campaign underway on Wednesday, looking to carry his momentum south of the border into the States.
Not many players have won these 2 events back-to-back because the conditions are quite different. You know, it's a lot more lively here. Ball bounce is much higher than in Montreal, so it's tough, but I'll be confident going into the first round match, but it's going to take me some time to get used to conditions for sure.